Hello! Today we are going to talk about something that can completely transform your professional image. How to use English to increase your credibility, perform better in meetings, and sell more. If you work with presentations, deals, or even in internal meetings, this is a skill that can elevate your career to another level. Because here's the truth. English is not just a language anymore. It's a positioning tool, so you need English for everything. The way you speak, the words that you choose, and how confident you sound can directly impact how people perceive your value. So today I'm going to give you practical strategies that you can use and will improve your ability. How do you can you express yourself? So it is pretty important. The first one is credibility. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they need perfect English to sound professional, and that's not true. You don't need perfect English. You need a clear, intentional, and confident communication. For example, instead of using very basic language, you can sound like I think this is good. You can change, try to update your sentence to something more assertive, like I believe this is a strong solution for our goals, or this approach can bring better results in long term. Do you see the difference? It's not about complexity, it's about clarity and confidence. Another important tip is to avoid filler words like maybe, I guess, or I'm not sure, or maybe you say every time. It's pretty bad. Instead of replace them with more confident expressions. For example, I recommend, I suggest, in my opinion. This small change can dramatically increase how professional you sound. The second part, when you are in a meeting. So the first one is credibility, the second, meetings. Meetings are one of the most important moments to demonstrate credibility, especially if you are speaking in English. Many people stay quiet because they are afraid of making mistakes, but silence can be interpreted as a lack of preparation or a lack of confidence. So here are some powerful phrases that can help you to participate more actively. I'd like to add something. Can I share an idea? Or maybe from my perspective, I agree with you and I like to expand on that. If you want to sound more strategic, you can say, let's focus on the main objective. Or maybe you can say, I think we should prioritize this. Or what would be the next step? These phrases show leadership. They show that you are engaged and thinking about results. And remember, speaking even a little but with confidence is much better than not speaking at all. So this is an important thing. About sales and influence. Selling in English is not about translating words, so you can't do this. It's about to create connection and influencing decisions. A very effective structure you can use is problem, solution, value, and action. Start by identifying the problem, and you can say something like, I understand that one of the main challenge is, and then present your solution clearly. It is pretty important. Our solution helps to improve efficiency at the save time, then highlight the value. For example, this means better results with less effort. And finally, guide your client to action. This is one of the biggest tips that I can give to you. I believe this is the right moment for you to take this step. You can also use persuasive expressions like this is a great opportunity, or maybe this can make a significant difference, or this is exactly what I need to achieve my goals. This is pretty important. When you speak like this, you sound more confident, more prepared, and more convincing. So you needed to express yourself in a way that people feel confident about what you are talking. Don't care about if I make some mistake. Don't care about it. Mistakes we have in any language that we speak, and when English is not your natural language, is something more difficult to you. For example, my first language is Portuguese, so for me English was a challenge at the beginning, but now when I started to become more confident, I started to understand more in English, and I can express myself, I improved a lot my knowledge. So this is fantastic for me. Now, let me give some powerful words that instantly increase your impact in English. Efficient, results-driven, cost-effective, high quality, strategic. Instead of saying something is good, you can say in English is high quality or effective. It's better. The way that you speak, you can express the thing that you were selling in a better way. So this is fantastic. When you think about how do you sell your things, when you think about how do you create the presentation about some product, or maybe about your work, and you plan it, the person that are listening you, even if you are in a meeting, or maybe you are in a deal, it is pretty better to you say this with confidence, because the person that is talking with you at this moment are thinking like, oh, I understand, I feel that he or she are doing a good job. This is important, completely important. Instead of you say something, for example, it is cheap, don't say cheap. You can say it is cost effective. This is the best way to express. You can say the same thing but using words that are more interesting. So remember this, English is not just about communication, it's about perception. The way you speak influences how people see your intelligence, and your professionalism, and your value. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be intentional. Don't care if I wrong some word. No, don't care about it. You don't need to be perfect. You need to have a good communication, you need to be confident in what you were talking about, and you don't care about your mistakes. Start using these expressions in your daily work, in your meetings, and in your conversation with clients, and little by little you will notice that something powerful. People will start to listen you more, trust you more, and buy from you more. So is this. I hope that it helps you, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.